into this one with a 16-21 record, a chance to gain a full game on the Texas Rangers, who lost earlier today to the Toronto Blue Jays. Eric Ibar leading things off at short. Howie Kendrick at second. Bobby Abreu in right. Torres out in center with Kendry at first base. Hideki Matsui, his first home run in 19 games last night. Juan Rivera's in left. Mike Napoli is doing the catching, and Brandon Wood over at third base as we take a look at the strapping, tall right-hander, 6'6", 225-pounder Tyson Ross making his first major league start. We saw him in a relief appearance during that first week of the season here. He's got great stuff.
You got really good stuff in deceptive delivery. You got a fastball in 91 to 96, a good slider, and a changeup. His big swing and miss pitch is that slider.
Eric Ibar at 250 on the year with a home run, 5 runs batted in as he takes outside for ball 2. Going back to that first inning, there's been a scoring change. Instead of the error on Mike Napoli, they've given the error to Howie Kendrick and no RBI to Ryan Sweeney. Still, there should be no error whatsoever on that play. It should just be a straight fielder's choice and an RBI, but Kendrick gets charged with his 4th error of the year. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Down low. Pardon me. It's a strike because of delayed call. And it's 2-2. Justin Duxer's got an inflamed left hip. That's the problem that he had. Why he was on the disabled list. That's why he was scratched from tonight's start. As that pitch misses outside. His count is 4. As a matter of fact, that hip shut down Duxer's 2008 year. Eventually had elbow problems last year. And the hip problem popped up again this year. Going back to April 29th. This is at the Rogers Center in Toronto. That's when he came out.
This is a situation now when you go in and start the game with a guy out of your bullpen. I guess that's why Bob Guerin has 9 relievers down there for him.
Fouled off. Still a 3-ball, 2-strike count.
And of course, then you have a day game tomorrow. So they're probably going to have to think about maybe some type of a roster move again, because if this bullpen's got a chance of being taxed by the end of this ball game.
Another 3-2. This one's on the ground to the right side. Rosales, the second baseman's got it. There's out number 1. As we take a look at the defense for the Oakland A's tonight, Jack Cust, newly called up, plays down in left field. Eric Patterson in center. Ryan Sweeney's in right. Kuzman off and Pennington on the left side. Rosales and Barton on the right side, with Landon Powell doing the catching.
Jack Cust playing out there in left field. Generally a guy that DHs a lot when he's in that lineup for Oakland. A little hustle for the baseball, but not a lot of range out there in left field, and they will challenge his arm strength also.
Howie Kendrick takes his stride. .281 on the year with a couple of home runs. He was 0 for 3 last night, was Howie. The breaking ball is in there. Tyson Ross, an Oakland native, 2nd-round pick by the A's in 2008. Cal Berkeley.
The situation here with Tyson Ross was probably told before the game by Bob Guerin, Kurt Young, the pitching coach, there was a possibility this could happen. So to keep that mindset going, be prepared just in case, be the guy that ends up starting this ball game. Not the easiest thing in the world, because the mentality of a guy out of the bullpen is just, once you hear that phone ring, you get ready. But he had plenty of time to get ready tonight.
Well, he gets Kendrick here swinging for round number 2. Good breaking pitch, 2 outs. Brings up Bobby Abreu. Bobby's at 255 with 4 home runs, 14 runs batted in. Had a double last night, which was his 12th of the year. Came around to score. He'll take a strike on the inside corner. Lays off that one, and count evens at 1-1. Ross pitched in that last game in that opening week on April the 11th. He followed up Dallas Braden's 6 innings with 3 innings himself, giving up just 2 hits, 1 run, and striking out 2 in that game. That was a 9-4 A's win.
Well, you can see at that angle we're showing from our camera in left field, you can see how different this delivery is for Tyson Ross. The way he, almost like what you would see at a batting practice pitcher, that slinging action. It's all arm, all upper body.
Gonzalez to his right. Little Bob has got to get rid of it quickly, and Abreu is thrown out as the Angels go down in order here in the bottom of the first. 1 complete. A's have a 1-0 lead. Things off here in the bottom of the second with the Angels down 1-0. Cliff Pennington had a double, ground rule double to start this ball game off. Was sacrificed over to third base and scored on the fielder's choice error. Tyson Ross, a 1-2-3 inning in that first inning, picking up a strikeout. Torrey on the year, 273, 4 home runs, 20 runs batted in. 0 for 4 in last night's game as he slices this one foul. All right, just watch Tyson Ross pitch. It literally is all upper body.
And the surprising thing, the way he throws, you would think right-handers would have a difficult task against. Right-handers in 313 as compared to 250 for lefties. See that slinging action.
This one out to center field. Patterson comes in a couple of steps, makes the catch. And there's out number 1. Angel fans, it's Angels Garden Gnome night. And on Tuesday, May 25th, all fans in attendance will receive a free Angels Garden Gnome courtesy of Kaiser Permanente. Tickets are going fast for the stadium exclusive giveaway. So visit angelsbaseball.com to purchase your tickets today. It's a good looking little guy. And do you think there are times that that little man right there wishes that he had a garden to put human statues in?
Probably often.
Think about it.
That's not the actual size right there, though.
Morales went around. It's no balls and 2 strikes.
So humans in his garden? Yeah, it's good. It's a good idea. Good thought.
I think he's got family members strewn about. Turnabout is fair play, right? Morales fouling one off the left.
A little Far's there behind him, standing out there in center field. Are you willing to volunteer?
Absolutely. Inside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The gnome wants me to stand in his garden. I will partake in that fantasy, if only for an hour.
I don't blame you.
One, 2 inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two from Ross. A little ground ball to short. Pennington's got it. 2 outs.
Now it's time for Coors Light Cold Hard Blast. Matsui gets a little break and pitch it in here, but goes Monster Mash for the best play in baseball. The 3-run Jimmy Jack. Matsui going deep, his 2nd dinger of the year against Oakland. That was our Coors Light Cold Hard Blast.
Well, it was nice to see him get that home run. First since April the 22nd, his 5th of the year. Now with 18 runs batted in as he takes down low for ball 1. Of course, also had that base hit the 5th inning of that game. And in his first AB last night, in that 2nd inning, hit that ball hard out to center field.
That was a good swing, too, from Matsui. Maybe he's getting locked back in again. You know, when he was going through that slump, his front hit was opening up. He was trying to keep his hands back in that strike zone, but unable to do so. And a lot of weak ground balls at second base.
Takes a strike on the inside corner. And it is 1-2. One thing for sure is that Tyson Ross does not waste a whole lot of time. He gets the baseball back on the mound, gets the shine and goes. And Matsui goes down swinging. Now at 93 miles an hour. 6 up, 6 down for Tyson Ross. He's got a 1-0 lead. Now as you take a look at Eric Patterson, who made it 2-0 in the top of the third inning, and that solo home run is 4th of the year. And here at the bottom of the third, it'll be Rivera, Napoli, and Wood, 7, 8, and 9. As Ross has picked up a couple of strikeouts, no walks.
A lot of strikes, 20 strikes in 29 overall pitches. It's important for him he's going to be able to stay in here long enough to be able to qualify in position to get a win. When you look how many innings he's pitched 19 innings so far in 11 appearances. So a guy that generally is going to be 1, maybe 2 innings. So that may be an issue here as he goes along, and that sinking fastball flattens out a bit.
Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. He has been a starter throughout his career. .33 games, 31 starts in 2 professional seasons prior to this season, working out of the pen as the rookie. The pitch missed inside with 2 balls and a strike. Had a very good spring training. Missing outside, it's 3-1. He's 3rd all time on the Cal Bears career strikeout list, 271. I want to say Brendan Morrow might be number 1 and number 2. Juan had a big hack there, comes up empty, and it's a full count.
Pretty good pitch to drive, too, and Juan just missed that. A fastball in the inner half, a spot where Juan Rivera does the most damage on that fastball. Setting up, that's a perfect spot to drive. Just pulled his head just enough to swing and miss.
Payoff pitch, and that one's fouled off to the right. Did match a career high to Tyson Ross, throwing 3 innings last Tuesday. Rivera pops from the right center field, play over for Sweeney. 1 out. Hey kids, enjoy those summer days with your very own Angels Pool Raft, courtesy of Wild Rivers Water Park. It's free for all kids 2 to 18 in attendance on Saturday, May 29th, as the Angels host the Mariners. Get your tickets today at angelsbaseball.com.
Going down the rock pile, center field. Raging Rapids. Did you take your raft down there, Victor?
That's only like a 3 rapid. I'm more of a 5 guy. A little bumpy too, wouldn't you think?
Just a little bit.
7 up and 7 down as Mike Napoli takes strike 1. Mike at 210 on the year. It's 1 for 3 last night with a double. Swings through the fastball. It's quickly no balls and 2 strikes.
You see that movement by Ross on that fastball. It looks like it's a good pitch to be able to drive. And that last bit, action on there, runs away from the bat. Sinking, running action on the fastball at 94.
Napoli out to left center field. Patterson got a good jump on it. Makes the catch. There's out number 2. So 2 outs, nobody on for Brandon Wood. Brandon takes upstairs. Brandon 165, a couple of home runs, 5 runs batted in. 0 for 2 last night. Did execute a sacrifice bunt in the 7th. His swings through that one. It's 2-1. We're starting to get to that point where the at-bats are creeping up. The sample size becoming large enough as pops one up behind the plate. Powell will run out of room. There goes the pennant.
He tried to make a play.
The little man.
A souvenir. This is by now that Tyson Ross might throw that slider too. I think he's going to be all right down there.
You think so?
Think so.
I mean, that's one way of trying to meet the girl.
Comes that slider.
And down goes Wood. Count number 3. 3 strikeouts for Ross. He's been perfect this far. A's have a 2-0 lead. FordDealers.com. Bottom of the 4th here at the Big A. 2-0 Oakland. Top of the order due up for the Halos. Ibar, Kendrick, and Abreu. Tyson Ross in an emergency start here from Justin Ducher has been perfect this far, including 3 strikeouts. 9 up, 9 down. Ibar 0 for 1 with a ground ball to second base. We'll see what happens here in the 4th inning, but he's matched his season high, or major league career high as far as innings pitched, 3 now.
And obviously when you don't throw that many innings prior to this, and then you don't go through and see a batter twice. So see what kind of adjustments the batters and, of course, Tyson Ross makes second time through.
Don't have to worry about fatigue in the bottom half if you don't use the bottom half, right?
No. You're probably good throwing darts, too.
Here comes the 1-1. Slow ground ball to second. Rosales charging it. Retires Ibar. There's out number 1. We go back to our AT&T trivia question. Which pitcher in Angels history has won 2 American League West Division championship games? Irvin Santana in 2005 against Oakland, and last year against the Texas Rangers.
That was too easy for us, Victor. A little too easy.
That's a Saturday night.
Of course it is.
Howie Kendrick bouncing one off. Kevin Kuzman off, finds it and fires on the first. Retires Kendrick for out number 2.
Very economical with his pitch there. Only 48 with 2 outs in the 4th. The ball was hit pretty hard. Kuzman will stay with it. Be able to get a nice little bounce back to him and strong throw to be able to get Howie at first base.
Howie now 0 for 2. Brings up Bobby Abreu. Grounded out to Rosales, the second baseman. A's with 4 hits in this one. They've stranded 3. The Angels, of course, that goose egg up on the board, but still only down 2-0. I mean, is this a clear definition of a slinger?
No question about it. He has a good live arm. You would think at some point Oakland's going to try to get him to use his lower half of his body. That way you could generate power. You can continue to have that fastball late in games. If he indeed will make that transition back to a starter that he was in the minor leagues.
He's ahead of the count of 1 ball, 2 strikes. And it's 2-2.
Look at his motion in Exmo. You see pretty good level rotation, but then straight up and down. Most pitchers you'll see bend the back. He's landing straight up and down. A lot of pressure to put on your shoulder.
Abreu fouling that one back into the press box. I think maybe Bill Plunkett, Orange County Register, made a nice play down there.
Yeah, I thought he made the play.
Another 2-2, and that's in tight. Full count. Torrey Hunter on deck. Tyson Ross shaking off Landon Powell a couple of times. And here's the payoff. They'll bounce it over the head of Ross, over to Rosales, and he can't handle it. The Angels get their first base runner, courtesy of Bobby Abreu, would probably should be ruled an infield hit, and it is. Oh, Tyson Ross is 6'6".
Well, he has that number 66. It's not easy to get it over his head. Snoney had to be quick with Bobby Abreu running down the line. Had some spin on that baseball also.
There's Torii Hunter with 2 outs and a man on. See what Tyson Ross looks like from the stretch. First time in this one. Fastball missing yet.
Well, the thing I noticed out of the stretch, though, he really opens up that front shoulder, and as a right-handed batter, you can see the ball out of his hand exceptionally well. That's why you see that .313 batting average for right-handers against him coming into the game. So you see that front shoulder open up, and that slinging action, you're going to see the ball that much better from the right-handed batter.
2 balls and no strikes.
You see right here, you see that how that front shoulder opens up, and you can see the baseball out of his hand all the way through. If you're a right-handed batter, left-hander, there's still some deception in there.
Torii swinging at that high fastball. It's 2-1. You know, not to take anything away from Tyson Ross, but because that delivery is so simple, there's no bottom half. It really reminds me of a position player coming into a blowout game just trying to throw strikes. But obviously this guy has done it throughout his career and could bring it at mid-90s. 3 balls and a strike.
He's young, too. Not a lot of mileage on that arm yet. You can get away with that. Generally, you're going to want to use your lower part of your body. We mentioned Nolan Ryan throwing a no-hitter on this date. Nolan Ryan was such a believer in the lower half. He did a lot of running, distance and sprint work, and heavy weightlifting on his lower part of his body. He felt that was the best way to be able to keep that fastball from first inning through 9th inning.
Torii out to right center field. That's going to fall for a base hit. Abreu will take third base. And the Angels with an opportunity here with 2 on, 2 outs. And Kendry Morales coming up as we take a look at the U.S. Marines, leaders of the game. Kendry Morales 0 for 1 with that ground ball to short. Career best 5-hit game. August of last year against Oakland. 4 extra base hits, tying that club record. Left-hander Jerry Blevins is up and loosening. And Bob Guerin is coming out. That might be it for Tyson Ross.
Well, Blevins must not take a whole lot of time to get ready down in the bullpen. And again, he wasn't the guy scheduled to be able to start this ball game. Justin Duchscherer was, but unable to do so with a hip injury coming in, and Tyson Ross has done a solid job. Bob Guerin some innings. He's still going to have a shot to try to get through this 4th inning.
And they're going to let Kendry bat from the left side instead of flipping him over to the right side. Kendry, a much better hitter, at least this year, from the left side than he has been from the right. Against right-handed pitching, a .319 average. Against left-handers, .208. Abreu had the infield single with 2 outs. Is over at third base. Torii Hunter, the base hit out to right center's at first. One swing of the bat. Turn this game around. Now an off the foot of Morales. Strike 1.
And that has good sink on it, 90 miles an hour. So he still hides the ball well against a left-handed batter. Only though .319 versus hitting from the left-hand side with 5 home runs. He's batting right-handed. It's a little over 200. Perfect scenario here for Kendry. He's got to stay back and be patient.
Out to left center field, struck well. Patterson a long run. Out the warning track, at the wall, gone! 3-run Jimmy Jet for Kendry Morales. The Cuban Missile puts the Angels up 3-2.
I'm thinking you were calling that right away. You told it before. A scenario where Bob Guerin leaves Tyson Ross, the right-hander, going against Kennedy, back left-handed. We saw the differential in numbers, right versus lefty. Got that ball the other way, got out in a hurry. What a swing. Again, a fastball. This time it flattened out. And boy, did he cover that. Our Exmo shows staying back, getting underneath that baseball and driving it. Left center. 3-run. Bomb. Best play in baseball.
8th home run of the year for Kendra Morales. Now with 26 runs batted in, Tyson Ross is done. Pitching change here at the Big A with the Angels up 3-2.